Welcome back to another video today. There is a chance, as you can see the title, and after I explain it, that you might be really mad at me after this video, okay? Like, you might question my methods and what I'm doing here, but just know, I'm still Jake Hanna. I'm still your friend, okay? And I'm sorry. But at the same time, as I'll explain, I'm not that sorry. Like, what can you do, bro? Like, it is what it is. What's been done's been done, so let's get into it. You saw from the title, and as you can see here, yeah, your boy Jay's got himself a Galaxy Opal Wilt Chamberlain 12-0 this month. I did it last night / this morning. I'm going to show you everything and let you know what we did, but as you can tell from the title, man, I didn't do it in the best way. I became a cheeser. Now, I'll explain everything as I keep saying, but let me just start by saying there is so much going on in 2K right now. The historic spotlights just dropped, which I'll talk about in the second half of this video. Like, does anybody even care about this Wilt anymore? I was just kind of like, yo, before I spend the next 3 weeks of my life playing offline, I might as well see if I can get this Wilt, finish it, just get it out of the way in the easiest way possible. And that's what I did. And you might not like my method, but whatever, man. This is how I did it. I ran this lineup right here. As you can see, Malcolm Brogdon, Diamond, Dino Raja, Pink Diamond. The rest of my cards were bronze. That gave us an 80 overall lineup. And I don't know what you want to call it, lineup glitching, overall cheesing. That's what I did to get to 12-0. Now, like I said, this Wilt less OP since he dropped like 3 weeks ago. Like, there's so many other cards. People are worried about other stuff. So I don't know if you guys care that I didn't like do it competitively. It's definitely not as dramatic as it could have been, but I lost too many times this month going 4-0, 5-0, and then losing against better teams. Like, it is what it is. I had to find a way to do it. Now, to me, like, I don't want to make like crazy excuses here. Like, I'm not the greatest 2K player. Like, I've never said I am. So I do lose and it's frustrating. So for me, I kind of had to think of a way to like work around the system a bit. And unfortunately or fortunately, 2K has a way to do that. As you guys know, I'm always complaining about matchmaking in this game. Like, I can build a really good like 94 overall team. Like this one, for example, here's a 94 overall team that I would think is pretty good. But if I try and go 12-0, eventually I'll run into a full Opal 99 overall team. And since I'm not the best player, like, I'm gonna lose. It is what it is. That's why I don't feel bad kind of cheesing the system a bit like I did to get Wilt. Now, I'll say, as much as I'm not really apologizing, like, I did what I needed to do, like, I don't feel as accomplished like getting Wilt without like really sweating for him or you know, playing great opponents. Like, it makes it less awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like, this Wilt card's fine. I have him now, so I'm good, bruh. Now, the reason it can definitely be considered cheesy what I did running an 80 overall lineup is because occasionally you run into like people just starting 2K. Like, they have emeralds and golds and their lineups like 78 overall. As you'll see when I show the gameplay footage, I did that twice. I ran into two guys who clearly just booted up 2K, and I did feel bad beating them by a million. But at the same time, if you just start the game and like you just start my team, you shouldn't be able to just go 12-0, right? Like, you should have some struggle. So again, I don't feel that bad. But let's get into the footage here. As you can see, in our first game, I played a fellow overall cheeser, man. He had Pink Diamond, Manute Bull. He had Miles Bridges. He also had Buddy Healed Emerald. This was kind of interesting because he had like 2 good cards plus another serviceable one. I was running with all bronzes. Fortunately, this dude just wasn't very good. I blew him out by the second quarter. Dino actually got in foul trouble in this game, which did have me scared because I was running Malcolm and 4 bronzes, but it didn't matter, dude. I ended up dropping almost 50 with Brogdon in the first game. Actually, that was the second game. I didn't show the first game, but at this point, I'm 2-0. I get matched up with another overall cheeser, and look at this dude's lineup. Billy Cunningham and Opal Wilt. Imagine sweating with overall cheese when you already have Opal Wilt. I think he was just trying to grind this Billy Cunningham Evo. I wouldn't suggest doing that in Unlimited. This game was actually pretty tight throughout. As you'll see, it kind of came down to the wire. Low-key, I stopped paying attention in the game and let it get close, but I did come away with the win. Another 44 points for Malcolm Brogdon. I kind of made a note in my notes about how many points I scored with him, but eventually I stopped because it was getting out of control. Malcolm Brogdon is a beast. The fourth game of our run was actually a rematch against the same dude. I was playing these games late last night, and there was not very many people online apparently, because I played the same dude with Opal, Wilt, and Billy. This time I absolutely blew him out. Like, there was no business him being in this game. Unfortunately, he didn't quit, which was tough because it was late and I was tired. I ended up going to sleep and waking up this morning to play the rest of the way. So game 5, once again, an overall cheeser. This dude did something different. He had Opal Oscar Robertson, but he had nobody else. Like, just 1 card and 4 bronzes. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Like, if you're gonna try an overall cheese, use 2 cards at least. As you can see, he quit the game really easily in the first quarter. My 6th game to go 6-0 was the first one I do feel a little bit bad about. He had a starter lineup. Like, it is what it is, but at the same time, I'll say again, this dude has no shot at going 12-0 anyways, so like might as well be me beating him, right? All right, you guys think I'm a jerk, don't you? Anyways, he quit in the first quarter. I felt like I was past the hump. I was 6-0, and we matched up with a guy who had 3 cards actually. Series 2 Giannis, Ben Simmons. He also had Boban. Pretty smart way to make his lineup, but no shooting. It was really tough. I hopped in a zone to combat him. He actually also had Ruby Ray Allen. I'm not sure how his overall was so low with also a Ruby in there, but eventually, yeah, like I said, I clamped him. He was chucking with Ray, getting bailed on some whites, but we did pull away with the win. Now, game 8 was iffy, man. It was kind of a dude overall cheesing. As you can see, he has 2 diamonds, but he has MJ and Bogut. There is a chance he just started the game and thought he could just run his 2 free diamonds. He couldn't though. I dominated in the first quarter and he quit. Thank you to that, man. Made my life easier. Here we got to the game. In game 9, I was 8-0. Look at this dude's lineup. This one, to me, I kind of thought I was going to lose. Opal, Ben Simmons plus Mirzan Porzingis. Like, it was a really smart way to build his overall glitching lineup. I thought, yeah, we were going to have to sweat this one out, but honestly, I didn't. It was a really easy first quarter rage quit. Dino, this dude Dino, man, he was all over the place. Malcolm Brogdon eventually got loose, and at this point, I basically knew nobody could beat me. Not even my opponent in game 10, who was another overall cheeser. Point guard LeBron James, PD Yao, Ruby Dante DiVincenzo. I was gonna say, like I'm a little bit scared, but the guy literally quit the game 30 seconds in. I don't know why. Maybe he had to go shopping. Wait, you're not allowed to do that. We're quarantined. I don't know, but I'll take it. That made me 10-0. Game 11, we got a starter-ish lineup. He had a couple series 2 Rubies, Amethyst, Tolliver. Like in this case, how can I feel bad? Like this dude had a legitimate team. Like just beat me. Like if you're better than me, then you could have easily beat me. He obviously wasn't though. So it is what it is. We made him rage quit really early, and we ended up going 12-0 off this dude who had a really nice overall cheesing team. Opal Rose, Amethyst Bonga, Ruby Kareem. In my opinion, if you're looking to do that, that's actually a really smart lineup. He had 3 really good cards. His Bonga was actually clamping me out of the gates, but eventually I started hitting some shots with bronzes, which is kind of a key to this whole thing. If you learn your bronzes releases, some of them can hit literally wide open catch and shoot shots. So I was able to do that. I pulled away in the second quarter, and yeah, he rage quit. That was it. I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. I got this Wilt Chamberlain. I do feel a little bit like I didn't earn him completely, but once again, there's way too much stuff to do. I'm going to talk about historic spotlights in just a second. If you want to try this, I mean, as long as you're somewhat good at the game and you have a couple cards you're comfortable with, like me with this Brogdon, I green like 75% of his shots and Dino does everything. You can definitely go 12-0. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a legitimate method. If you dislike this video already, I'm sorry. Like, I hope we can still be friends, man. Just give me another chance. But we move on to what else is going on in 2K right now. And boy, man, 2K keeps taking these dubs. Okay, so here we go. Historic Spotlight Sim, which at the time I'm recording this, I have completed none of them. As you can see, 2 full collections. In case you haven't seen it yet, you get Opal Gilbert Arenas for doing the 15 East ones. You get Opal Chris Mullin for doing the 15 West ones. You get both those bad boys. You can lock in for a Hakeem Olajuwon with Hall of Fame range extender. This card looks unbelievable. And if you complete Hakeem Olajuwon, you complete James Harden, you get yourself a Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant, 99 everything. I don't know if it's ever worth it to spend like 90 hours or more on like one card. Probably not, but if it was going to be worth it, this Kobe, yeah, he's definitely worth it. They added this new GOAT collection, which is where this Kobe Bryant would go. I wonder if they're going to add more, I don't know, like Michael Jordan or something, unless this category is just for Kobe. That's cool. As you guys can see, I am literally halfway done the original Spotlight Sims. I've done most of the East and some of the West. Now, the good thing is I don't have to complete this to get the Hakeem Olajuwon. Obviously, I need the James Harden eventually to get the Opal Kobe. But at this point, I'm going to switch gears and do these historic spotlights first. I'm going to try and knock out everything, but might as well get some of these cards first, because as I'll show you in a second, these are all pink diamonds. Like, they're actually some cards that are really worth it. So yeah, this isn't gonna happen quickly with me. I'm definitely not gonna be one of the first people to do it, but I've come up with a plan, and hopefully I'll be able to get some of these really good cards and eventually that Galaxy Opal Kobe. But let's dive into some of these free pink diamonds. I'll let you know which ones I think you should go for if you're only doing like a couple of them, you know? So yeah, let's see. Hi friends, so I'm just editing this video and I realized, if you guys are paying attention, I'm under 500k MT on this account. Last video I was closer to 800k. The reason for that is because I actually bought 3 diamond Pau Gasols and my plan was to evo him while I'm doing the spotlight sims. That's still what I'm gonna do to flip him for Galaxy Opal Profit. Unfortunately, his price is it's dropping, and these evo requirements are taking a lot longer than I thought. So I might definitely be taking an L on that, but yeah, that's where like 300k MT went into Pau Gasol. So there you go. Okay, so first things first with these, like all 30 of these cards are free pink diamonds. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like some of them aren't worth it. Obviously there's cards that are better, which I'm gonna point out here, but for the most part, like we're just like nitpicking at stuff here. Like these cards all have their own things that make them like actually really good. I'm gonna give you though like 10 or 11 of my favorites, and you guys can let me know down below which ones I'm missing on, which ones you're really excited for, and yeah, let's get to it. I really love Derrick Rose cards. Like, you know, I use pink diamond a long time in spin to win. I like his opal card. His animations for me make him one of the best point guards in the game. But for a 6'3" point guard, like it's gonna be tough no matter what. And defensive badge wise, he's only got 6 of them. I know it's Hall of Fame clamps, but kind of the more defensive badges you have, the better I would feel about it. So a little bit to be desired there. Obviously playmaking badges are good. Shooting, no Hall of Fame range. Like Hall of Fame range would have really put him over the top. This Derrick Rose card though, to me, he's pretty cool. Look at 2K showing some love randomly to Roy Hibbert. First of all, 7'2" center. Like that's pretty much always going to be a W. In addition, obviously they gave him the ability to shoot 3. 79, it's not crazy, and his shooting badges, they're not very good, but like if you're open, you'll hit it. What's crazy is he's got an 87 lateral quickness. So they made him Hibbert have the ability to actually move on defense, which, you know, he couldn't really do back in his day, so that's clutch. Badges, like I said, he's lacking a bit with the shooting. Defensively though, clamps, intimidator. He's also got rebound chaser in Hall of Fame, so that kind of sets this card apart amongst the big men, is he's going to be really good defensively inside. I know people are going crazy over this card, Kyle Korver, and rightfully so. Like, Korver's always fun. He might be one of the best pure shooters in the game, but unfortunately, for me, like, I don't really want to use a pure shooter. Like, Korver has to be able to dribble and create his own shot, which, based on his animations and stuff, which I don't know, he might not be the greatest. They did give him a wild lateral quickness. Like, it's a 92 overall. Every shooting badge is crazy, and he does have solid defensive badges, but only gold clamps. So Korver will be one of those cards that's like more fun to use, and he'll green shots, but might not be super effective. I know a lot of you are going to be going wild over this Steph Curry. Honestly, I haven't used Steph Curry very much this year, so I don't know if I love his shot release, but I mean, statistically, he's got pretty much everything. A pretty low driving dunk, which is tough, only 60. He won't be able to throw down. For me, that makes him like a notch below guys like, I don't know, Russell Westbrook or John Wall, like their pink diamond cards, which are so good. But here's all the shooting badges. He's got literally everything, playmaking as well. Defensive though, only gold clamps again. So, you know, it's not bad at this point in the game though. He's not among the top tier for me. But some cards who are amongst the top tier, boy, this Thurl Bailey. This dude looks ridiculous. 6'11". He can actually play small forward, which like you can match him up with some people here, bro. 83 3-point shot is kind of low, but that's the only thing that's low on this card. He's got 87 speed with ball, so he can speed boost. Defensively, he's juiced. 89 speed for a 6'11" dude, and he's got 60 total badges, gold and Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm not going to go through everything, but he's got a good mix of finishing. Shooting is cool too. Gold range extender, which should be good enough for a card like this. Downhill and quick first step, so he'll get off the line, the 3-point line quickly. Handles for days on a big man. Plus, you know, clamps, intimidator, pick dodger. The only thing he doesn't have, which would be perfect, would be rebound chaser, but this Thurl Bailey card might just be the best one in the set. I'm low-key most excited for the big man because DeMarcus Cousins, another one, 48 total badges, 93 3-point shot, a little bit slow, 79 lateral quickness, and only an 84 speed with ball, but he does have Hall of Fame range extender, which should make him pretty OP, and Hall of Fame intimidator, gold clamp should be good enough on a big man, so DeMarcus would be worth it. This is definitely one of the more random ones to be like OP, but Charles Oakley, only 6'9", which means he's definitely a power forward, but that's all right. They gave him an 86 shot 3, 88 speed with ball, 86 ball handle. I don't know, like, I don't really know why, but he can speed boost, crazy defensive attributes. Badge wise, he's got a ton of finishing. He's got a gold range extender, so he's decent enough shooting. Downhill, quick first step, dimer, like, unpluckable. Who do they think Charles Oakley was? And of course, loaded defensive badges, intimidator, clamps, pick dodger, inside and out. This Charles Oakley can clamp. Those were the cards that primarily stuck out to me. Like, other than that, like I said, lots of really good options here. This Michael Finley actually looks cool. A 6'7" shooting guard, so he could probably match with guys like T-Mac. 95 shot 3. He can speed boost. He's fast enough. Great defensive badges. as you'll see right here. He's got great defensive attributes is what I meant, but clamps, intimidator, interceptor, pick dodger. He's got the key badges, Hall of Fame range. I like this Michael Finley. It's low-key hard to tell a lot of these like guards and some of these cards apart from each other, but if you're looking at picking individual ones, you're not going to do the whole thing, then there's some suggestions. I don't know. Hopefully that helped. As for me, check it out. I made a schedule for myself because I know I have to play about 90 hours of this game. Like if I want to complete everything, I'm not going to be able to do that in like a week. Like I have a life, believe it or not. I do other stuff, but to me, if I can knock out like 2 or 4 hours per day, I should have all these done in 2-3 weeks and nobody will care about Galaxy Opal Kobe. I'm just kidding. He'll still be amazing. So let me know what your guys' plan are for doing these. If you're going to try and knock them all out, or if you're going to take it, nice and easy, not burn yourself out like I'm doing. But other than that, guys, that's about all I've got for today. Like I said, I played 12-0 like crazy. So I need to get back to these spotlight sims. I'm not sure the next few no money spent episodes, like I'm pretty much just going to be playing these offline challenges, but maybe I can show you guys some gameplays when I get some of these good cards. Shout out to 2K once again. Like they're pretty neat. These are pretty neat collections, something fun to do, especially while a lot of us don't have anything else going on. So if you enjoyed the video, Jay Canada got Opal Wilt. Doesn't matter how I did it, all right? He's in my collection. And I went over some of these historic spotlight sims. Let me know what you thought down below. Definitely give a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you boys in the next one.